The topic is the Tennessee Board of Regents online degree program. And of course, we're talking to the Associate Vice Chancellor, Dr. Robbie Melton, in reference to this program. Dr. Melton, during this last segment, let's give you an opportunity not only to talk about the program itself, but to talk about some of your activities in reference to some of the things that you're doing, because we know that this program has grown tremendously over the last several years, and last 2 or 3 years, as a matter of fact, and that you've been the guiding light in reference to this. And give us some idea in terms of some of the things that you've been doing, and in order to take this program to the rest of the state of Tennessee, and how the rest of the state of Tennessee has reacted to some of the things that you've been doing.
Good. I'm pleased to share with you on behalf of the Tennessee Board of Regents, the Chancellor and Dr. Short, we are looking at a different approach of going to the community to help them to embrace technology. Many people are still what we call computer challenged.
Very good.
A little fearful.
They call it computer illiteracy.
Right.
That's what you call it. Very good. I understand exactly. Our audience also understands, because many of them probably are, as I was at one time.
Yeah, it can be a little scary. Well, my role is to also meet with the community, whether it's churches, clubs, to let them see what technology can do. Do you know 25% of the jobs right now today will be taken over by technology? So if you learn to embrace it, learn to use it, you're ready for the workforce.
But if not, then the workforce will almost pass you by.
Yes, it will. So I'm a change agent. I'm able to go out and share with you how the beautician can use technology, how all of your businesses can use technology.
So you wouldn't have any problems that, for example, if the Association of Beauticians, for example, since you mentioned that, decided that they wanted to find out exactly how this might be able to help them, for them to invite you to some of their national conventions or some of their situations where they gather a large number of folks together in order to explain to them exactly in ways that probably they never thought of, that technology can probably help them. Is that what we're saying?
Yes, definitely, in terms of training, in terms of putting their content, marketing, advertising, reaching their students, reaching their clients, the communication, the administration of technology. So my job, again, on behalf of the board, is to help embrace technology versus being afraid of it.
And of course, Dr. Melton, if you think in terms of the number of people that are involved in this program, what about those individuals who perhaps would like to become involved? You know, for example, I mentioned this primarily because we have the lottery, you know, and we have access and et cetera. Could individuals who become involved in this program also anticipate some kind of lottery assistance or anything like that?
Definitely.
See, because I think most of us think in terms of a lottery as only available to college students or high school graduates and et cetera. How do they?
Basically, again, we represent all students. So if you would like to take an online class, you can use your lottery for that. And remember, this is for college students and for a lot of our P-12 teachers to be online. So if you would like to come to college, now you have an option. Would you like to go to the campus, or would you like to take some online, or a blended program?
And so you can actually pay for your education through a lottery fellowship, a lottery scholarship, and access and all of that. You can actually do that. Well, that's a tremendous step forward, is it not? Because it now leaves opportunity available for a large number of folks who now have the lot. So you don't have to go to the college campus now with your lottery money. You can stay at home on your computer with your lottery money and essentially accomplish the same thing. Is that what we're saying?
Definitely. And remember the Tennessee Technology Centers, all of your workforce, technical training, all of that, again, totally online.
And so any problems? So there really shouldn't be that many problems in terms of trying to get people involved, other than what you have to do is in terms of convincing them that they can work on the computer, that they can be successful at doing this.
Yes. Now remember, there will be parts where you have to go on ground for your field study, but for content, communication, it's totally online now. And again, it's not to scare you, it's to embrace and other opportunities to grab your college education.
You know, when you meet with your colleagues around the nation in terms of what you're doing here, what do you find to be one of their major concerns in terms of delivering this kind of service to the people?
Basically, they use a different approach. It's more like competition, so they're competing against each other. With the Tennessee Board of Regents as the collaborative, by working together, there's no competition, so students can say, wow, I can go to the University of Memphis, Tennessee State, and receive the same program with all of the resources.
But if you're in another environment, and that institution might be possessive in terms of its own knowledge, and they don't want to cooperate with anybody else in reference to delivering the education to you specifically.
Right. It's almost a lock system, but within the Tennessee Board, we open it up to everyone.
Well, now, how is it that we were able to make this approach, and how is it that we were able to climb to number 3, considering that we are so far down in terms of the financial resources that we provide for education, yet and still we are number 3 in one of the most technical areas that you talk about? I mean, how is it that we were able to do that?
Well, again, with the collaborative, we pulled the best of the best. We had a lot of creative people, Dan Lattimore, Dr. Short, I can go on and on, John Sinclair, where we just pulled together and we started to think out of the box. And thinking out of the box is what was able to, here you go, Regents Online.
And so this is really a DVD.
Yes, it is.
On the whole question itself.
Yes, it is. If you would like to go to school, we send you a free CD.
Okay.
It has all of the information, tutorials, and we have 24/7 technical help and someone there all night and day to help guide you through.
And so the only thing that a person who might be interested in this program today would have to do is to get on his or her computer and mail you and tell you to send them a copy of this particular CD, and they will receive that, and they are now prepared to start dealing with you.
Yes, we make it, let me put it this way, easier. All you have to do is call our toll-free number, 1-888-223-0023, or www.rodp.org, or just call information and say Regents Online Degree Program. We mail this out to you free of charge.
Very good. And so any person who would like to do that. Okay, Dr. Melton, I think we've got about 2.5 minutes before we end this show for today. And this should give you an opportunity to talk about some of those things that you felt that you wanted to, or you had to talk about, and you didn't want to leave without talking about it, etc. This would give you an opportunity to do that.
Very good. And I'm going to use you as a teachable moment. We are all in need of lifelong learning. There are many subjects, many things you would like to learn. Now, with the Tennessee Board of Regents Campus Collaborative, we can bring it right to you 24 hours, 7 days a week. So again, with this technology, I want to say to the viewing audience, embrace it. You don't master it because there's a major change every 90 days.
There's so much information to talk about mastering, but if you can become familiar with it, understand, and it's not that difficult. Is that what you're saying?
No,
it's that
point, click, and now you don't even have to type. You can talk, and the computer will take over.
Yeah, so it's amazing. It's amazing the opportunities that are now available for people that. What about the disadvantaged or the disabled? Is there any? There's no problem with reference to doing anything like that?
Oh, no. In fact, this is one of the most valuable tools for someone who is disabled because we have these computers geared and designed that if you need help, let's say in terms of typing, the computer will type for you. The computer will talk. Only thing we need to do is help it to walk.
Okay,
and I think we'll do that next time.
And all of the schools in the system are so geared in terms of their computer technology that they can basically deal. The University of Memphis can deal with the same thing that the University of Tennessee. I mean, that
we're all connected.
Very good. And of course, during this last half minute that we have, Dr. Melton, let me thank you for bringing by that information, and again encouraging individuals, especially those individuals that are not interested in perhaps receiving a degree, but at the same time to know that even the Tennessee Board of Regents has some program for them because they are part of the workforce, and of course they can do as well, and they can increase their own, their own ability simply by becoming involved in just one of these workforce kinds of programs that you've got involved with.
Definitely.
Is that right?
Yes, and bring me back within the next year so I can share with you other programs.
Okay, because well, things are happening so fast and they're developing so fast that it really is a wonderful world we're living in when you understand the importance of that technology and how to deal with it. And of course, Dr. Melton, let me thank you and let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you and good morning.